All right, all right, all right. So, everybody, today is Thursday, in case you did not know. And I am happy for today. And I'm going to make this quick because there's a storm that is happening, and I'm not sure how long this power is going to be on. But, anyways, I just want to really start today by just saying congratulations to, I know it's the installation of Dr. Stewart. I'm going to get to that tomorrow. But I want to really say congratulations first to I put Dr. Jackson first to Reverend Jackson, and I want to say congratulations to Reverend Jackson, and I'll tell you why. I didn't get to say it in my sermon that was yesterday, but congratulations for your heart and for your ministry and your example, because when you enter into leadership you may think like, oh, I have all these plans, I got all these ideas, I just, you be thinking about it, and it comes and it happens, and it's not many people who have the opportunity to lead globally and to lead internationally, and to do it at such a time as this. I just think as we come in and celebrate the momentous occasion, we can't forget to celebrate the leadership of Reverend Jackson, and all that he's done over the last 3 years, because I know it could not be easy as a international leader. It is hard, and harder than I think people realize, because you have all these ideas and these plans, and you can't go nowhere. And but you could pick up the call, and I think he's just done phenomenally with that. I'm terrible, but he's awesome. And I just wanted to say congratulations to Reverend Jackson. Also, I didn't get to say this in my sermon, but I will never forget Reverend Jackson, Greg Jackson, uh, in the airport. We were leaving a lock carry meeting, and I remember seeing him. He said, "Hey, are you leaving early? If you're leaving early, you can catch a ride." And so he said, "But I will leave you if you're not downstairs." He meant that too, and he did not leave me. I was downstairs in time. We got the ride, and that's not it though. Um, I had something happen to one of my bags, so we get through security, and we're talking, and over. Um, I think this is in Greensboro, because over, or somewhere in North Carolina, because over the loudspeaker system, this has never happened to me while I have been at an airport, and I've been at many, many airports around the world. And it never happened that I heard my name across the speaker system, and it said passenger, and it was like Tanika Shepherd, come back to the ticket counter. And when I got back there, remember, I have already been through security. So when I got back there, they told me that my bag, something was wrong with my bag, and it was a security violation. So I'm like, oh my gosh, clutch pearls. But what happened was, it was one of my lotions, like it's like oil like lotion, you know what I'm saying? It was leaking through the bag. And you know what? I don't like being ashy, so I'm not. I don't know what happened, but maybe the way it was dropped or something. Anyway, it was leaking through the bag, so I had to go down through the dredges of the airport, places you ain't never supposed to go, to look at the bag and then give them permission to take the stuff out and discard it. I never had this happen in my life. It's very early in the morning, still dark outside. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, am I gonna miss my plane or what? And so I have to do that, sign something, go back through security. As I'm getting, Kim said, not the lotion. Yes, ma'am, the lotion, because I refuse to be ashy. That is, we rebuke the spirit of ashiness. Okay. So they got to throw away my lotion. It was either that or hair oil, one of the two. Anyway, they threw it away. And so I'm going back to security. But let me tell you why I appreciate Reverend Jackson, is because as I'm coming now back through I see him, I'm coming up the hallway, like pushing for my plane, because they're already about to board my plane. And I see him passing me by, and I yelled to him, like, hey, where are you going? And he was like, I was coming to see how you doing. And I'm like, really? I was like, you was about to go back to security. He was like, he said, yes, my young sister, I was not about to leave you here. And I was like, I mean, and y'all, that blessed me because let me tell you something. There is not too many people who gonna go back to security for anybody. And I will never forget that. Like that taught me so much, not only about his heart, but literally about his sincerity. Because let me tell you, he went back to security. And that, like, I will never forget that. Like, it just proved like his shepherding and pastoral heart and just heart of love. So I cannot say that was just one instance that will really tell you who somebody is because I'll tell you what, many people would have just prayed for me and got on their flight. Let me tell you, y'all was like, peace out. And I may have done that too. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'd be like, Lord, help him, please get through whatever that is. But he literally was like, no, I'm not about to leave. I wasn't about to leave. I had to come check on you. And I was like, wow. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for just it's one thing to be a leader and it's one thing to hold a position and I know this, but it's another thing to lead well and to do the work that other people would never do. And sometimes in those moments, you realize why you've been called for such a time as this. It's usually the for such a time as this time is not the time anybody else wants. Let me say that. But you're a phenomenal leader when you rise to the occasion and when you do what God is calling you to do. So thank you, Reverend Jackson. Thank you for 3 awesome years. Thank you for your example. And if y'all don't know who he is, go check him out. Great leader of Lot Carey. And I just needed to say that because, like I said, I didn't say it in my sermon. Well, y'all would never know it. That part got cut off for many reasons. Anyways, the point that I'm making is we need to celebrate him and his leadership and just all that he's done for Lot Carey over these past 3 years. So, as we celebrate the installation of Dr. Gina Stewart, let's make sure we also celebrate 3 phenomenal years at Lot Carey of Reverend Jackson. Amen. Reverend Gregory Jackson, that is. So that's what I learned today. You guys, I was just thinking about it. That's my lesson for today. For me, is just make sure you celebrate what is before you celebrate what's next. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kim, for jumping in. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal leadership. And you're right, true leadership is rare and true and great leadership is rarer. And so I appreciate um Donna, where can you find my sermon from yesterday? You can find it on my page. So just go to my page, Tanika Shepherd page. I should also share it to Shepherd Leadership Solutions, but you can find my sermon from last night on the page on my page. So if you go to my page, I shared it. And if I didn't, I'll do it now. Right. So you guys, that is my lesson for today. Think about your leaders. Please, if you listen to this and hear this, take some time over the next 24 hours and just drop a word of encouragement to the leaders that you have now before as we celebrate the leaders that we have next. Please do that. Please, please, please do that. Just any leader, just send a word of encouragement because you never know what they are going through. You never know the challenges they're experiencing. And as I said before, yeah, nobody, I'm telling you, people quote Esther, like, who knows you've been called to the kingdom for such a time as this. But most people really don't want the for such a time as this time. They really want the time after that. So I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. I will be back tomorrow, God willing, with another lesson of what I learned today. And if anybody else wants to know where that sermon is, either the one I preached this past Sunday at the fountain or the one that was done for Lot Carey, you can find that on my pages. Amen. Page. and pages. Amen. All right. Have a good night, you guys, and a beautiful day. Good night.